Deepa, in your experience, what are some of the surprises that users find when they do integrate with their lab data?
They don't have to handwrite anything on a sample request form. And handwriting is a lot more time consuming than typing something into a computer. Also, less transcription errors. You can fix these things really quickly. The lab gets the samples in, and then they're already into their system, so there's no logging in for the laboratory. Sometimes even they come in with labels on them, so all the lab has to do is take them and put them in, take them into the laboratory for analysis. So now that benefits the customer by getting their samples tested a lot faster. And that means if they can get into the laboratory quicker, they get their results quicker.
What does that difference mean to the lab receiving samples with handwritten labels versus receiving them via electronic source?
I don't know about you, but my handwriting is awful. So if the samples come in already typed into a system, I don't have to sit there and decipher someone's handwriting. And if I miss, if they miss something, then what happens then? So the lab has to pick up the phone and they have to call the customer. And no one has that kind of time. The QA managers, and they're working on the floor. They're not even at their desk. So here we are here's the lab trying to call the customer, trying to understand what they wrote on their SAR form, and they can't get a hold of them. So what does that mean now? That means that the samples go sit on hold until we get a hold of the customer, delaying the whole process of getting the samples tested.
How is the utilization of Neogen analytics different from a lab portal?
Almost every third-party laboratory has their own portal that they provide to their customers at no charge. Once the samples arrive at the laboratory and the lab logs them into their system, the customer is able to see live what the process their samples take in the laboratory. Some portals may allow you to pull them into an Excel format and maybe allow you to do a little bit of trending. Let's say you decide you're going to move your work to another laboratory. Well, you lose all that. It's not like you're going to keep that portal, and all that data and all of that in that portal that you had is gone, because you left that laboratory. Now you're another contract lab. Where the Neogen Analytics is more than I wouldn't call it a portal. It's more like a system that helps you manage your workflow. It of course it lets you trend your data as well. It gives you corrective actions. It allows you to pull all types, not just an Excel report, but many different types of reports. And it's not just a free portal that labs give you to just look at your results live and put them into an Excel format. But it shouldn't be confused with what Neogen Analytics can do. If you decide to move to another third-party laboratory, then we go with you. I mean, it goes with you, so you don't have to worry about losing all of that data from your first laboratory. Of course, we all want to have healthy food for ourselves and our children, so it's not just speaking as a food safety professional, but just speaking as a mom. You want to make sure that that everyone's doing their job, and Neogen Analytics does a good job of making sure that you are in control of your facility.